Zébardi. Nous espérons obtenir le sachoir. C'est important de sachoir.
Previously on Life is Strange Before the Storm. I felt like my dad's been lying about something for a while. I didn't know what it was.
There is plenty of blame to go around.
What does that mean?
You forced my hand. This is a consequence of your actions, Chloe.
We both agree that the best thing for everyone at this stage is for me to move in.
In a million years,
Ah oui,
I never
et
thought
lui
you'd
va
choose
emménager.
David over me.
Hey!
Blackwell's done with me. I can't go home anymore. Is this junkyard all I've got left?
Drew runs Oxy for Damon. Go to Drew's room, find the money, and I'll meet you to pick it up.
Whatever you do, don't open the door.
Oh, I want my fucking money!
Juliet is waylaid. That infernal Inferno is the culprit, closing down the roads and robbing us of our aerial.
No fucking chance. I swear to thee, we shall fly beyond this isle. The corners of the world are mere prologue. What sayest thou to my most hopeful wish? Yes. Let's leave. For real. If you don't mean this, it's just making me feel like shit that this life you're describing isn't going to happen. What would it take to convince you? Why can't you just tell me the fucking truth?
Rachel, that woman you saw, that wasn't my mistress. That was your mother.
Ouh là là.
I want to tell you all of it. But are you sure that Chloe should be here for...
Chloe stays.
Of course. In every way that matters, Rose is my wife and your mother. But the woman you saw at the Overlook, her name is Sarah, your birth mother. I'm going to tell you everything, Rachel. Everything I've shielded you from for so long. But the truth can be hard to look at. Is this really something you're ready for?
Chloe. I'm right here. Good. I need you.
When I was in high school, there was one person everyone adored. Her teachers, her friends. Sarah was everyone's favorite. Every boy wanted to date her. I could barely believe it when she picked me. Sometimes, I think that's what kept me blind for so long. She was so alive, so passionate about everything. Early on, though, I realized I wasn't enough for her. while the rest of us were pursuing college, careers, families. Sarah wasn't looking for any of that. She was looking for escape. When Sarah became pregnant, I thought it would solve everything. And it did. For a little while. Becoming your father was the greatest moment of my life. There was so much love, but I was still blind. However much she loved you then, it wasn't enough. For Sarah, the need to escape was always there.
Ah.
For over a year, I tried to help her. I made myself believe that she was still a good person. That no matter what happened, she would never do anything to hurt you. I was wrong. Eventually, I saw her for who she really was. A destructive person. Someone who could never be satisfied. By anyone or anything. Even the love of her own daughter. I was desperate. I didn't know what to do. So I made a choice. I was never going to let her harm you again. What you saw at the Overlook, Rachel, it was true. We kissed. It was the saddest kiss of my life. It was a kiss goodbye. I told her that I was happy for her. That she felt like she'd gotten her life together. Finally. But she didn't get to just decide one day to be a mother. Not after what she'd done. Not after all the people she hurt. All the lives she destroyed. I told her she'd been given the greatest gift in the world. The chance to be your mother. And she squandered it. It pained me to hurt her like that. But I'd do it again. And again. And again. To keep you safe.
Et elle en pense quoi, la maman, de tout ça? Quand même chelou, hein?
So that was the first time you've seen her or spoken with her in 15 years?
No. I send her money. Every single month. It's our arrangement.
But now, she wants to see me?
Yes. But Rachel, it cannot be.
Why not? If that's what Rachel wants.
Drug addiction is a disease. It afflicts everyone, not just the addict. I will not allow you to be victimized by her disease again.
Even if that's true, Rachel could still meet her.
And maybe the fact that she wants to see me means she's gotten better.
Maybe so. But consider that for 15 years, she's preferred that money to you.
Rachel.
C'est horrible de dire ça comme ça.
I think I need to lie down.
Aucun tact, ce papa-là. Aucun tact.
I can't leave Rachel to deal with this alone.
C'est très joli.
Rachel? I need some way to show Rachel that I'm here for her. The yin and badass yang of Rachel Amber.
Plus que tout, souviens-toi que tu es aimé. Avant tout, sois armé.
We were so close to making our break last night. Now, I don't know. Is there a section on how to walk fours through batshit crazy family drama? No?
4. L'individualiste, créatif, sensible, indépendant, peut se laisser aller à la mélancolie, à l'excès. La meilleure des choses pour un type 4 est d'apprendre comment faire table rase du passé et de se concentrer sur ce que le futur peut éventuellement apporter.
This light needs more light. Wonder what I could find around here to brighten up that nightlight. ready for Rachel's light show. Better get her attention first. Makes sense that Rachel needs 2 signs to contain her awesomeness. I shall call her Lion Crab from now on.
La cuspide Cancer Lion. La cuspide Cancer Lion repose entre la nature dramatique et théâtrale du lion et la nature sensible et introvertie du Cancer. Les natifs de cette cuspide peuvent changer d'humeur d'une seconde à l'autre, car il est souvent difficile de trouver un équilibre entre ces 2 signes, et plus encore de le maintenir. Point fort, créatif, passionné, aimant, dévoué, diplomate. Point faible, égocentrique, lunatique, possessif, théâtral.
Rachel's surrounded by so much love, yet she seems so... alone.
À notre merveilleuse fille pour sa première représentation, merde, nous t'aimons très fort, maman et papa.
Rachel even knows how to make a dinky lamp look cool. Rachel has so many inspirations, she can barely keep them all contained.
Rien n'est impossible, le mot lui-même dit « je suis impossible ». Le commencement est toujours aujourd'hui, pensons l'impensable, faisons l'infaisable. Préparons-nous à affronter l'indicible et voyons si nous ne pouvons pas le dire après tout. Est-il bon que je souhaite quitter ce triste monde à la recherche de ta douce utopie que je ne trouverai peut-être pas? Kiss me, Kate, à la promenade. Il était une fois au forum du Paradisio, la ménagerie de verre au théâtre Weber.
Ouh là là!
C'est très joli.
Hey, check it out.
It's beautiful.
I thought you might like it.
I've always loved stars.
Why?
They remind us there's so much beauty out there, which we almost never see.
Because we're blinded by what's in front of us.
C'est très joli.
Exactly. But then I learned the truth. The stars we're seeing have already been dead for millions of years. They're all lies.
But that doesn't make them any less beautiful, right?
I don't know. If they're not even real, then what's the point? It's all lies. Everything. My entire life. My dad. My mom. If I can even call her that anymore. And that other woman, my real mom, she's the biggest lie of all. I can't trust any of them. I think you're the only one in the world I can trust.
I'll take it. Even if it's only by process of elimination.
Ah yes.
Good.
Ouh là là!
I wore this bracelet my entire life. I never even asked why. Never even thought about it. Somehow, I think I always knew. Even when I didn't know. That my real mother was gone.
C'est très joli.
Ouh là là.
The fact that she's here right now, that she came here for me, I think I need to see her. Is that wrong?
Of course not. But it might be tough to track her down.
Yeah. That's true. Luckily, I've got my secret weapon. But what if we can't find her? It's not like I can ask my dad. I have no idea where to start.
I think I know what to do. I'll call Frank and get him to connect us to her.
You'd do that?
I'll give it a shot.
Of course, even if we know where she is, we need a way to get to her. I can't just ask my parents for a ride.
Don't worry. I've got that one covered too.
You do?
T'es trop pipou.
Yep. In fact,
Elle est trop pipou, Chloé.
anything you could come up with, I'll handle it.
I know you will. But even if we find her, how will I talk to her? What do I say?
After my dad died, I was worried I wouldn't know how to talk to him anymore. But somehow, when we speak, I always know what to say.
When you speak?
In my dreams, he's there. And it's so real. It's almost like it's another part of my life. It used to be the only part that mattered. I've never told anyone about that. Weird, huh? Rachel?
I was just thinking. Maybe I was wrong before. Who cares if the stars are dead? As long as we can still see them, that means they're real. To us. Right?
Right.
Mais que se passe-t-il? Oula, ouais, je rêve.
I think we're stuck. Hey, maybe you should let me drive. You always do it wrong.
That was one time. When are you going to let it go?
Remember when we used to work on cars together? Those are some of my favorite memories.
We never... That wasn't... you.
Could have sworn that was me. All right, you win. Why don't you go take a look?
You sure?
What's wrong? Don't you see anything?
Like what?
On comprend rien à ce qui se passe.
There's nothing here.
Really? That's odd. Well, I know it's not the spark plug. I just got that replaced.
What?
I said it's not the spark plug!
Dad, stop. None of this is real. You're not real. Rachel's family isn't real. This whole thing, it's all just theater.
Well, you know what William Shakespeare said.
Something about the whole world being a stage, so might as well act the fuck out of it.
Nailed it.
But I don't want to be an actor. I just want to be myself.
Aww.
Give me a break.
Well, maybe there's a reason we pretend. Maybe the lies we tell each other are less horrible than the truths we keep hidden.
Wow. That's pretty dark, Dad.
Where do you think you get it from? There's my cue.
Dad?
Relax, sweetie. It's all pretend, right?
Right.
Just a bit of stage magic. Floodlights, sound effects. Chloe, look at me. Look at me, sweetheart. It's going to be okay.
Ouh là là.
Wait, what the shit? Has someone been going through my room? Doesn't seem like Mom. She wouldn't leave a mess like this. Wait. David? That motherfucker. Whatever. I don't have time for this shit. I've gotta help Rachel. Okay,
I saw Sarah leaving Frank's RV. He might know how to find her. He might also be totally pissed about Damon's money. I've got to get this exactly right. I can do this.
Price.
Oh, Frank. Eager much?
Where's the money?
Jeez, would you relax? I have it with me, okay?
I'm coming to get it right now.
I have a favor to ask you.
You can't be fucking serious.
I need to find that woman from yesterday. Sarah. Frank?
What the hell for?
Something important. Can you help? I'm trying to help a friend. It would mean a whole lot to her.
The girl with you at the mill?
Yeah.
I'll meet you in the junkyard in 2 hours. And bring the fucking money.
Sweet. Thanks, man. You're a real...
Oh.
That went well.
Ooh
I
la
guess.
la.
What am I getting myself into? Okay, I've got 2 hours to kill. A shower would be fucking amazing. Better than nothing.
Mais du soda? Du vieux soda? Bah yes.
Sorry, bored. I've got a real ride to fix up now. If Rachel and I were still leaving today, there's literally nothing in there. That's... Huh? Mom usually does my laundry when she gets sick of me not doing my laundry. Maybe she believed me for once about never coming back home. Still can't fucking believe that David went through my stuff. Inaccurate as of yesterday. Someone should update this photo. California, huh? Would be cool to see where Rachel grew up. Figures.
Chaque année, le lycée Winchester décerne le Fisher Award, qui porte le nom du célèbre explorateur Robert Fisher à l'étudiant qui personnifie au mieux. C'est à peu près tout, lancer une autre recherche.
What? Nice to see my work is appreciated. A further layer of nuance. Nathan almost pissed himself.
Hier soir, nous avons assisté à la renaissance de la tempête sur la scène à ciel ouvert de l'Académie Blackwell. Sous la direction originale et osée de Travis Keaton, la représentation a évoqué un sentiment d'actualité généralement absent des œuvres classiques trop travaillées. Extraordinaire dans le rôle principal, la jeune Rachel Amber a commandé à la scène, tout comme Prospera à l'inconnu. Le caliban de Nathan Prescott lui vaut également une mention spéciale. L'interprétation faible, anxieuse et chevrotante du monstre réduit à l'esclavage proposé par ce jeune acteur prometteur a ajouté au personnage une nouvelle dimension nuancée qui a malheureusement échappé au public adolescent.
Thou art an idiot.
Cependant, la véritable star de la soirée était Chloé Price, nouvellement arrivée dans le rôle d'Ariel et dont l'alchimie avec la Prospera de Mademoiselle Amber a surpassé celle de Miranda et Ferdinand. Tout en explorant la lutte entre loyauté et liberté qui fait rage dans le cœur d'Ariel, Mademoiselle Price nous a offert une performance débordante d'authenticité. En effet, je n'avais jamais vu d'étonnement aussi authentique en apparence que celui de Mademoiselle Price lorsque Prospera a refusé sa liberté à Ariel dans une excellente révision du script originel. 5 étoiles.
Hang in there, Skip.
Ne quittez pas votre boulot. Entretien avec Skip Matthews, le meneur de Peacehead, Arcadia Bay Online News. Votre chanson Nothing Wrong a rencontré un succès inattendu. Quels sont les projets de Peacehead? Skip Matthews, en fait, pour l'instant, on prend notre temps. AB Online, alors pas d'album de Peacehead à l'horizon. SMC un jour, mais pour le moment, je travaille encore. Il faut parfois faire des sacrifices pour poursuivre son rêve, même si on a l'impression que ça nous ralentit.
So much has changed. I wonder if you'd even recognize me now. It's so weird to be home. As much as this place sucks, at least it's not full of secrets. Nobody's hiding anything. Well, except me and my pot. And everything with Rachel. But how could I possibly tell Mom what I'm up to? Whenever I'm honest with her, we just end up fighting. Does she just want me to pretend everything's fine? Maybe I should try not to see her today. Dad's favorite jacket. Definitely taking that if Rachel and I ever leave.
Je crois que j'ai tout vu. Je vais me changer. Non.
Is Mom playing music? Huh. Is that David's towel? Where the hell is mine? Okay, my towel's probably lots of washcloths. No towel. I truly hate seeing so much of David's shit around here. Gross.
Tenue virile.
Score. Can't believe Max and I were so into this shit when we were kids. Wait a minute. Captain Bluebeard's hair dye. Max was going to make me a pirate, but we never got around to it. Ready for the best shower of my life.
Je crois que c'est là qu'elle va se rendre les cheveux en bleu. Juste la mèche. Ok.
C'est très joli.
Alors, on va faire les essayages. La tête d'homme ou le dragon. Tête de mort ou dragon? Oh, tête de mort. Attends. Je vais quand même essayer les deux pour voir. Stylé. Moi je préfère l'autre tenue. La tête de mort.
All right. One last thing. I need to get Dad's tools so I can fix that truck. Dad's toolbox should be in the garage downstairs.
Il y a des trucs à faire ici ou quoi? Non.
One day, I'll look at that and think, huh, my old home. And not, fuck this shit. Wait. Mom actually sold her ring for $300. Sports cars are really good for...
Ouh là là.
Délicieuse.
hitting on chicks. I remember this. Mom loved it. Wait, is today Mother's Day? Shit.
Oh merde.
Shit. David really is moving in.
Mais c'est dégueulasse.
So, if I put this photo out, Mom just hides it in a different drawer? What the hell? I wonder who gave this to Mom.
Ah. C'est ma chambre.
Here goes. What are the chances I can avoid Mom or David?
Ouh là là.
I'm flipping them over.
Not yet. I told you, 3 minutes each side.
They're gonna burn.
Oh, you're the expert now.
I can't stand it.
I'm telling you, it'll make a mess. You know, you don't have to make me breakfast. I'd settle for flowers.
You cook all the time. I want you to have a break at home.
You are one class act, David Madsen.
Ouh là là.
Mom actually looks pretty happy right now.
Hey, who's there?
Y'a personne.
Hey.
Chloe, your hair. When did you... Was this for the play? I heard you performed last night.
Nope. I mean, I did, but this is something different.
None of that matters now. Oh, I am so glad to see you.
Good to see you, Chloe. Coming home was a smart decision.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
Thank you, sweetheart.
I didn't get you anything.
Having you back home is present enough.
I'm just here to pick up something. Then I have to go.
Are you coming home tonight?
Mom,
You know.
I don't know.
I wish you would tell me what you're up to.
I'm just hanging out with Rachel.
Oh, how is Rachel? I was telling David about the play and you being in it.
I really gotta go.
Listen,
Oh, yes.
wait. Before you go, David has something to say to you. It won't take but a minute.
C'est long.
Mom.
don't think this is the best idea.
You already promised.
Chloe, I've made an agreement with your mother to trust you from now on.
Really? What does that mean?
It means that from today forward, I'm going to take you at your word. So, if you say you haven't been smoking or drinking, then I'll just leave you be. Even though she had pot yesterday.
David, the idea is you should feel comfortable here, Chloe. David's not going to question you, and neither am I.
David's lying to your face, Mom. He searched my room.
What?
You didn't know? Detective Dickwad here went through all of my drawers and my bed.
It's what you asked me to do. Make sure she's got no drugs or alcohol for her own good.
Oh, my goodness, Chloe. I'm sorry.
I thought that... I'm sorry, Joyce. I didn't know this would upset you.
It's Chloe who deserves the
Ignoble
apology.
créature!
Well, Chloe, I'm sorry that I violated your privacy. I did it with your best interest in mind.
Excuse pitoyable mais acceptée et c'est tout. Est-ce qu'on calme le jeu ou on calme pas le jeu? On calme pas.
That's it? That's your apology?
Well, now, I thought that...
What about sorry for not trusting me in the first place? And convincing my mom to mistrust me too?
That's not David's fault.
What about sorry for calling me a loser? And always talking to me like I just came out of juvie? What about sorry for lecturing me all the time when you're fucking no one?
You're not my dad. Who the hell gave you that right?
What about sorry for moving in with my mom against my wishes?
Oui, mais ça, ma fille...
Chloe, I know you don't...
C'est la vie de ta mère aussi, hein.
Like me. I know
Va
you
te demander
think
ton
I
avis à chaque fois. Hein.
don't understand you. But I do. I've been meaning to show you something. This is my friend Phil Becker. We served in the same unit. 2 tours. Becker was killed near the end of our deployment. Roadside IED. We used to joke about all the trouble we were gonna get into once we got back home. But he died. He died, and I didn't. And I think about that fact every damn day. The point is, I've had my share of grief. I know what you're going through. So I guess what I'm saying is, I'm here to do whatever I can to help you get over the loss of your dad.
Please, I'm begging you. Give David a chance, won't you?
Here. Why don't you keep this photo for a little while? think about what I've said.
Allez, c'est le moment de...
David looks so young. And this Phil guy.
C'est le moment de... Bon, de calmer un peu le jeu, là.
David.
Oh, Chloe.
Mom.
Il a parlé avec son cœur.
Of you both.
Mom, I really need to go.
Be careful out there, Chloe.
I love you, sweetheart.
All right, all right. What the hell? Just gotta grab Dad's toolbox and then get out of here quick. Holy crap. This might actually be helpful for fixing up the truck. Come on. Work with me here. Damn it!
Ouh là là.
Better. But still needs a bit more love. I can salvage this beast. I just need to find the right tool for each problem.
J'ai pas un manuel quelque chose? Ah, d'accord.
I can it's not like I need a manual, but I'm really glad it's here.
Enlever les dépôts de carbone, lubrifier avec de la graisse diélectrique.
This thing seems pretty gunked up. I think I should move on to something else. This connection is pretty shaky. I could fix this battery post if I could get a good enough grip on it. Not helping. I can definitely. This thing is going to the fuck up. Looks like someone tried to patch this thing up sometime before I was born. At this point, I think that ancient duct tape is better than anything I can do. Better leave it be. It's pretty loose. How can I tighten it? It's not like I need a manual, but I'm really glad it's here.
Clé de 18.
I bet Dad would have liked the idea of me using his tools to fix a ride. Much better. Maybe.
Yeah.
Sick.
Mais c'est dégueulasse.
The distributor cap looks pretty gross. I need something small to scrape the gunk off the cap. What do I see?
Je vois ni l'un ni l'autre, mais ça dit rien.
Oh, I know. When life gives you gunk, make, art, I guess.
C'est très joli.
Le manuel, il dit pas comment je...
It's not like I need a manual, but I'm really glad it's here.
Ça devrait marcher, ça, non?
That should help keep shit distributed. Well, fuck. Go back from whence you came.
Okay.
This connection is pretty shaky. I could fix this battery post if I could get a good enough grip on it.
Mais il faut la pince alors. La pince.
There. Fits like a deadly electric glove.
Ça devrait être bon là.
Spark plugs busted. Carbon deposits. Of course. Please, I need you.
Oh là là.
Oh là là. Yeah.
C'est très joli.
Hey, Junkyard Queen. Where are you at? Hey. Holy shit. Your hair. It's so...
C'est très joli.
badass. I was gonna say hot. But yeah, badass too. Hey, not sure if you saw, but someone moved your truck. No way. You're practically a certified mechanic now. Even have the shirt to prove it. Should we check it out?
Hey, Price. Nice wheels.
You're early, Frank. What's the occasion?
It's his fucking bar mitzvah. Frank here's becoming a man. Aren't you, big guy?
What's he doing here?
What do you think? We're not dealing with a couple of dime bags anymore, Chloe. Where's the money?
It's right here. Obviously, I was gonna give it to you. You don't have to be such a dick about it.
Ooh la la.
You heard what happened to Drew, right? Maybe try keeping that in mind when you talk to me.
Ignoble créature!
Don't fucking touch her.
Tu encaisses et tu pars, s'il te plaît. Hein.
Why is it that chicks think it's okay to hit me, but if I lay a single finger on them, suddenly it's a whole other thing?
Parce que t'es
pas pipou.
Frank says you were asking about a client of his. That true?
Yeah, it's true. I don't see why you should give a shit.
You don't? Huh. Maybe I'll show you. See, you two Nancy Drews decided it would be a good idea to call your drug dealer and ask about his business. I didn't go to a fancy academy, but that doesn't strike me as smart. Maybe it was this man's sunny disposition that confused you, but he's got a whole other side to him that I don't think you'd like. Should we let them see it?
We're just talking here.
Okay, then let's talk. I want to know right now why you give a shit about this woman.
She's a friend. An old family friend.
This chick doesn't have any family or any friends.
Look, none of this matters. All we care about is that you stop asking questions. Got it?
Et coucou Rocola.
No.
T'es trop pipou. Comment ça va?
Me where she is. Now.
Rachel.
Wait a minute.
Elle a pas saisi qu'il fallait pas poser de questions aussi.
No way.
What the fuck is your
Rachel? As in Rachel Amber? That makes so much sense. This is James Amber's fucking kid.
Damon.
Your dad's a real piece of shit, you know?
We're aware. Not sure what that has to do with us.
Me neither. But I'd like to find out. Here's what happens next.
Come on, man. They're just kids.
No, they're not. This one is the fucking DA's daughter. And right now, she's going to fill me in on what her daddy is up to and how he's connected to that whore everyone's asking about.
Damon, calm down. We're still talking. Everything's still cool. No need to get crazy.
Oh putain.
Oh, you fucking bitch!
Elle va se prendre un coup de couteau. Voilà.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Damon! What the fuck? Chloe! Go! Now!
Ignoble créature!
T'es trop...
Oh, le bouchon!
Shit! Shit! Hey! Hold on, okay? Rachel?
Eh, je suis pas venue ici pour souffrir, ok?
No! I'm not losing you.
Dépêche-toi de l'amener à l'hôpital là, qu'est-ce que tu veux? En même temps, elle est trop con, Rachel. Le gars, il a l'air hyper dangereux et hyper nerveux. Il lui dit pose pas de questions et... Dis-moi où est ma maman? Merde! Elle est vraiment débile. Elle me saoule. Les gens qui sont débiles là aussi, dans les jeux vidéo et dans les films là. Ils ont toujours des réactions pseudo-héroïques là. Elle me saoule.
Rachel is going to be all right. The knife damaged her brachial artery, but didn't cut it. She's had a surgery, and now she's resting. Chloe, what happened?
C'est pas sa faute, hein, c'est bon.
I don't know. Everything happened so fast. Do you know who Damon Merrick is? Or why he hates you?
I know exactly who Damon Merrick is. Start over and tell me everything.
Ah ouais?
Did you and Rachel try to contact
J'ai adoré l'OST du
I'm not
premier.
going to chastise or blame you.
Ça m'arrive encore d'écouter des musiques d'ailleurs.
But I need the whole story.
So, I got my dealer to meet us, since he knows Sarah.
Frank Bowers.
Yeah, that's right. But Damon showed up with him.
What did Merrick want?
Nous faire peur, je pense.
I think he wanted to scare us, so he'd stop asking questions about his business.
Is that how it became violent?
Il voulait des infos sur vous.
When he found out Rachel was the DA's daughter, he wanted information about you.
And how did he know?
Mais t'as bien fait, je pense, hein,
that I'm her
en vrai,
father?
de faire comme ça. Au moins, t'as toute la chronologie de l'histoire. Je sais pas ce qu'elle a dit.
I don't know. Maybe he's seen her before.
What happened next?
Damon had a knife out, and we all could see it. But then he said something that pissed Rachel off. And she just grabbed a piece of wood and hit him. And then he stabbed her. I keep thinking that maybe I could have done something, but when he attacked her, I just froze.
It's not your fault.
And Frank held him off so we could get to the truck. I heard a scream, but I don't know what happened. And then we were here.
I appreciate you telling me the truth. I'll see if I can pull some strings with Ray. Maybe get you back into Blackwell.
La demande, on s'en fout.
What if Rachel still wants to meet Sarah?
After all this, I'm hoping she'll finally see reason. I was told that if Rachel had arrived only a few minutes later, she might not have, Thank you, Chloe. You saved my world. It will be some time before Rachel wakes up. I promise. I'll let you know when she does.
Okay. Thanks.
Hey.
Aww.
Steph, how's Drew?
Pretty good. Miss Amber just told me Rachel's going to be okay. I'm really glad.
Yeah.
Well, our room's just down the hall. You should come by.
Okay. Sure. Definitely. I don't think I can sit still any longer. Might as well stretch my legs while I wait for Rachel to wake up. Being in a hospital this long sucks. I just want Rachel to wake up, and then I'll feel better. I owe Frank big time. Can't believe he did that for us. I hope he's okay. Not like I can do anything about it one way or the other. And what about Damon? Is he gonna come after us? I actually feel better knowing that James Amber is on his case. Ugh, that's weird. Shit. I know those guys.
This doesn't look like the maternity wing.
You think? Ugh. If you're this useless now, what are you gonna do at 3 a.m. when the baby needs—
There's a sign for the prenatal class.
Great. I guess that's your contribution for today.
Those people suck. Frank's business must be booming. Shit.
À l'attention du personnel hospitalier d'Arcadia Bay, nous avons récemment constaté une augmentation des complications d'anesthésie provoquées par la consommation récréative de drogue. Lui expliquer clairement aux patients, tout particulièrement aux patients adolescents, qu'il est impératif pour leur sécurité qu'il vous indique toute prise de drogue. N'hésitez pas à inciter lorsque vous demandez les antécédents des patients. Merci.
This poster seems to be missing some context. What to draw, what to draw. Okay, nurses. The world wants to know. What's so funny?
Évidemment.
Cue laugh track. Cue laugh track.
Avez-vous les mains? J'en ai vraiment assez d'avoir affaire à des trous du cul. Tu aurais dû choisir autre chose que le service de proctologie. Loli loli loli.
Sean Prescott. What's he writing to the hospital about? Should I snoop?
Ah, bien sûr.
Is this for real?
Cher administrateur Hofstadter, votre hôpital traite actuellement un certain Andrew North, un étudiant de l'académie Blackwell blessé dans l'enceinte de l'établissement. L'intégrité physique des étudiants étant l'une des principales responsabilités de toute école, Blackwell a failli dans sa tâche auprès de Monsieur North. Je souhaite donc personnellement, et je le précise de façon anonyme, régler ses frais d'hospitalisation. Si je peux vous aider à accélérer le processus, n'hésitez pas à me le faire savoir. Sean Prescott. Ah.
I wonder if Damon Merrick classifies as a biohazard. He's definitely human waste.
Let's go.
Is this Drew's room?
All right then.
Il a l'air un peu occupé quand même, ce monsieur.
Hi, Mr. North.
That's me. And you are?
I'm Chloe.
You here to see Drew?
Yeah. How are things going?
Oh, you know how it is. Ups and downs. Now, Drew's hurt, of course. But, I'm between jobs, so got plenty of time to visit. You know?
Yeah.
Hold on. You said you were Chloe. Mikey's mentioned you a few times now. I have a question maybe you can answer.
Sure.
Both of those boys have been acting a little, well, guilty lately. Yeah, I've been spending most of my time looking for work. I'm worried I missed something important. Do you know if anything's going on with them?
Comme mes oignons.
No. Sorry. This weekend was actually the first time I really hung out with them.
That's all right.
Ce n'est pas mes oignons.
I appreciate that you've been keeping my boys company. Drew's got so many hopes for himself riding on that knee. It seems like he's been even more driven lately. I think my work situation's disappointed him. Both of them. Actually, in different ways. Sorry I'm laying all this on you. I've been trying to keep it light in there.
That's okay.
Nice of you to listen. Do me a favor. Don't worry either of them with... Oh, excuse me.
J'espère qu'il va pas m'en vouloir pour le fric, hein. C'est sûr,
Hey! You made it.
Oh. Hey, Chloe.
Hey, Drew. How's your knee doing? Do they think it's gonna heal?
I'm not sure, actually. It's too early to tell.
Sorry to hear it.
It's all good.
Love the hair, by the way.
Pretty cool.
Thanks. Just, trying it out.
Sometimes you've just gotta do something new. Hey, any news about Rachel? Her mom seemed hopeful.
Rachel's stable. She'll probably wake up soon.
How'd she get hurt?
You'll think I'm joking when I tell you, but I'm not.
What happened?
She got stabbed in the arm by demon fucking Merrick.
Seriously?
Ooh
It
la la.
wasn't because of me, was it?
No. Somehow we've got our own shit with him now.
That's crazy.
Fuck that guy. I wish I could get my hands on him.
Drew, chill out, okay?
I'm headed out. Everything okay in here?
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't have too much fun now. Try to keep it appropriate for the hospital.
Bye, Dad.
See ya, Pops.
Man. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned Damon. Rachel's gonna be up soon. Should probably head over when I'm ready.
Hey. Sorry for losing it there. It's nice of you to come by.
Feel better. I mean, no pressure. I know it's gonna take a while.
You know what? I'm kinda tired.
Oh. Right. I'll leave you alone.
What do you think you're doing?
You don't want that pudding, right? I'll take it off your hands for you.
Over my dead body.
Je pensais qu'elle allait lui donner en fait.
All right. I don't want you dead that badly. You can put it down now.
I'm no idiot. Don't take it personally, Chloe. Drew takes his desserts pretty seriously.
Those must be from Steph's parents.
Drew's been in a lot of pain today.
Look at that. Wells being nice for a change.
Drew, j'aimerais vous exprimer ma plus profonde sympathie pour vos blessures. Je mets tout en œuvre pour faire de Blackwell un environnement sûr et accueillant pour tous les étudiants. Je m'aperçois à présent que, par bien des manières, j'ai échoué. Je tiens à ce que vous sachiez que les étudiants et le corps professoral vous souhaitent un prompt rétablissement. Votre absence se fera sentir dans tout Blackwell. Je me suis assuré que vos entraîneurs seront prêts à s'adapter à tous vos besoins éventuels de rééducation. Je ne peux m'empêcher de me sentir personnellement responsable du fait que vous ayez été attaqué dans l'enceinte de Blackwell. J'ai entrepris de chercher un nouvel agent de sécurité. S'il y a quoi que ce soit que je puisse faire afin que vous vous sentiez plus en sécurité à votre retour, n'hésitez pas à me le signaler. Sincères salutations, Ray Wells, proviseur.
I wonder if Drew will ever play again.
Hey Drew, salut. Navré pour ta jambe, ton talent et tes décisions nous manqueront sur le terrain pendant que tu te remets. Repose-toi et fais-moi signe si tu as besoin de quoi que ce soit, coach.
That'll be an interesting read.
Devoir de bio au niveau universitaire, tu fais quoi? Tu fais toujours le contrôle lundi. Réponse libre. Je prépare un article sur certaines activités récréatives à Blackwell. Tu pourrais peut-être répondre à quelques questions si tu le sens d'attaque. Juliette. Si je dis pas de bêtises, je crois qu'ils sortent ensemble dans le premier jeu, tous les deux.
It was really great to see you, Chloe.
Agreed. Don't be a stranger, okay?
Yeah?
Tell Rachel we're rooting for her.
You bet.
Je crois qu'il y a un truc comme ça. Et que d'ailleurs ça se passe pas si bien que ça. Rachel vient de se réveiller, je suis sûre que ça lui ferait plaisir de se revoir.
More like silent hospitals slowly drive friends and family insane.
Hey, just heard the fire went out.
Those guys look exhausted.
You mean it's controlled? No, it's completely out. It extinguished itself.
Unless you get stabbed.
Manger sain vous permet d'être heureux et en bonne santé.
Hey.
Chloe, I can't even express thank you so much. I'm sorry. I'm a wreck. I stepped out to get some air. Rachel doesn't need me crying in front of her. Your hair. I almost didn't notice it.
Oh. Yeah. It's not a big deal.
I bet Rachel loves it. I can't imagine what I would do if we lost her.
I'm sure everything's going to be fine.
That's what James keeps saying. He's so strong in a crisis, you know?
My dad was like that.
I'm sure he was. Just like his daughter.
Oh là là! go! Coucou Clao! Merci Kiwi pour le raid. Coucou Jean-Benoît.
Le goujat.
Ça va ou quoi? Qu'est-ce que vous faisiez chez Cricri? Qu'est-ce qu'il faisait? Tu faisais du jeu vidéo, du dessin? Dites-moi tout. Je sais pas ce que je dois lui dire. Hein. On a eu de la chance.
I just keep feeling like
On a fait du non-dessin. Donc vous avez plus parlé que dessiné finalement.
it could have gone so
Non, c'est
much
toi.
worse. You know?
I'm sure
Ça fait
it would have
longtemps.
been
Oui,
if
Clau, ça
we
fait
weren't there
longtemps.
for her.
Comment elle va?
I'm
Comment ça
so
va
glad
tous?
You and Rachel have found each other. When you meet someone who changes everything, you just know.
Well, hang in there, Mrs. Amber.
I will.
On a un peu dessiné, après on s'est entraîné avec Flo sur Céleste. Oh, trop cool. Enfin le week-end. Eh bien, profites-en bien pour te reposer. Et alors, Flo, il est... il pourrait te battre, Kiwi,
So
ou toujours pas?
relieved that Rachel's
Vraiment toujours
awake.
pas.
I should see her
C'est
right
quoi
away.
ça, cette...
Why has my son been assigned to you? I never authorized that he be seen by.
I was assigned because Nathan was becoming quite upset.
So they sent a psychiatrist. Because my son was upset.
Holy shit.
Il est beaucoup plus chaud maintenant, je pense que la revanche va être trop bien à jouer. Elle est programmée déjà, ou vous êtes toujours en train de train? Et toi, t'as amélioré ton score, du coup? On n'a pas encore de date parce qu'on est des idiots. Bah yes.
Dad, I'm glad that you're here.
Me too, Rachel.
It really hurts.
Je dirais plutôt qu'il a pas trop été en vie, surtout.
Chloe's here.
Il a pas trop été en vie, le pauvre.
You want me to stay?
Il est nul, quoi.
No,
Il est clairement nul.
I'll be okay. Thanks, Dad.
I'll come back in a little while. Je suis descendu aujourd'hui à 1h09. Je vise les moins de 1h actuellement. Putain, trop bien. Et le premier speedrun mondial, il est à combien? Tu le sais? Je suppose que oui. Comment tu te sens?
How are you? Not great. Better with you here.
27 minutes. Oh. Il va falloir s'entraîner un peu plus. Putain, c'est énorme. Ah ouais.
What? What for?
You're here because of me. Because I choked back there in the junkyard.
What? Shut up.
You were so fierce and I just froze. I fucked it up. I'm so sorry.
And you saved my life. You saved my life.
Just don't do that again.
Play the damsel in distress? You got it.
No. Attack a psycho with a 2x4.
T'es trop pipo, Rachel.
Newsflash, Chloe. I'm a little crazy.
T'es trop crazy hot. Happy that your dad's here?
I mean, I'm still mad at him for everything he's done.
Le goujat! Le goujat!
It felt so good to lean on him. He's my dad, you know? I felt completely safe.
Like on Mount Hood.
Would you do something
Je peux
for
pas m'en
me?
passer. J'aime bien aussi.
Anything.
J'avoue que je l'aime bien aussi.
Sarah. My mom. It's so weird to say. I'm not even sure what she is, honestly. But I think I still want to meet her. I figured you would. I don't even know if she's still in Arcadia Bay. But if she is, will you find her, please? You really want this, don't you? I do, Chloe. I really do. Then, of course, whatever it takes. I bet my dad has her number. Maybe in his office. Our house key's just under the mat. The code is 0722. To your dad's office? 0722.
C'est chaud ce que tu me demandes là.
Yeah. My birthday. I'll find her, Rachel.
D'aller fouiller dans les affaires de ton père. Hein.
And then I'll
Allez-y dans le même temps, du coup, je suis pas super bavarde. Il y a pas de mal, Claude, t'inquiète. Coucou, Chaussy. C'est toi qui choisis.
For
Comment ça va, chaud?
everything.
J'ai pas trop envie d'aller fouiller les affaires de ton père, là. J'ai pas trop envie. Non. T'es trop pipou. Je m'occupe juste de mes réseaux et je suis dispo, pas de soucis.
Hey, Elliot.
Hey! Wait. Your hair, it's...
Ah, c'est celui que j'ai friendzone, lui.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like it. It's nice.
Nice balloon, I guess.
Yeah, it's for Drew. Were you just in there?
I'm actually here for Rachel.
What? Rachel's here? What happened?
I think she's keeping that private for now. She's okay, though.
Well, that's good. God, I guess I'll stop by after I see Drew.
She probably wants privacy.
Oh. Right, of course. Are you two in some kind of trouble? You can tell me if you are, you know. I won't judge.
C'est bon.
Nothing we can't handle.
Chloe. I'm seriously worried about you.
Well, don't be.
I mean, you're hanging out with Rachel Amber a lot lately, right?
So what?
So, obviously, something is going on.
I swear, man. Everything's really okay.
Okay. I trust you. Just remember I'm here, okay? If you suddenly need something.
Thanks. Anyway, see you around.
Yeah. See you around, Chloé.
Le pauvre, quand même. Oh non, ce plan. En plus, on va le fouiller alors qu'ils sont encore à l'hôpital. Ça craint. J'aime pas trop ça. Je trouve pas ça très pipou. Bah yes.
Hello?
Je me rappelle vraiment pas de toute cette partie-là du jeu. Je me rappelle du début.
I need to search this office for any communication with Sarah that can help me find her. It's the big one. James has a file on Frank. I'd love to read this, but I've got to focus on finding Rachel's mom. Best dad? That stuff is all politics anyway.
Ah.
Sweet. A secret key. Now to find the secret lock.
Merci de se passer. Andrew est vachement plus joyeux depuis que t'es passé, il te dit bonne chance. T'es plus forte que tout. Ouais. Tiens, verrouiller dossier.
Sheldon. Why do I feel like I've heard that name before?
Pike? C'est qui Pike déjà? Ah, elle veut pas lire plus que ça, ok.
Locked drawer inside locked office. Seems promising. Even if James is trying to protect Rachel from her mother, this seems like a pretty terrible way to act.
Assez, James, c'en est assez. Lorsque tu m'as dit au parc que tu n'allais pas me laisser revenir dans la vie de Rachel, j'étais en colère évidemment. Mais j'ai compris ton besoin de la protéger. Tu es son père, c'est ta prérogative. Mais envoyer cet homme pour me faire entendre raison, me menacer, tu perds ton avantage moral. Est-ce vraiment une façon d'agir pour un procureur? Qu'en penseraient les électeurs? J'ai le droit de rencontrer ma fille. Et l'avocat à qui j'ai parlé me l'a confirmé. Mais le plus important dans tout cela, c'est que Rachel a le droit de connaître sa mère, de connaître la vérité, tu sais ce qu'il faut faire. Ok.
James sure keeps lots of files on people. I guess getting your ass kissed comes with the DA territory.
Reconnaissance pour service décerné à James Amber en reconnaissance de votre intégrité, honnêteté et dévotion à l'application éthique de la justice. Ah!
More sherry.
Qu'est-ce qu'on va y trouver là-dedans?
Welcome to Shadyville.
Un gun. Ça va être un croyau. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Ah!
I have to know who James is talking to on the secret phone of his. It could be about Sarah.
On m'a dit que vous pourriez m'aider à régler mon problème, alors comme ça on change de bord, parlons. Je vous appelle ce soir. J'ai trouvé qui vous cherchiez, j'appelle dans 15 minutes. Alors ça vient, je suis pas la Croix-Rouge, il va falloir que vous fassiez ce dont on a parlé, je ne peux pas. Bien sûr que vous pouvez parce que j'ai parlé à la gonzesse et elle a une grande gueule. Elle est pas si facile à décourager, il va falloir qu'on y aille plus fort. Ne lui faites pas de mal, du calme, j'ai mis mon meilleur garde sur le coup. Comment va votre fille? C'est elle qui m'a attaqué, vous êtes au courant, vous devriez lui apprendre à mieux se tenir. Bien, j'imagine que vous avez plus besoin de mon aide alors. Quoi? Mais attends, c'est le gars qui m'a agressé?
James is working with Damon Merrick?
Ah oui?
This is insane. What were they talking about? Is the girl Damon's talking about Sarah? Whatever is going on, I need to see if Damon knows where Sarah is. But how do I get him to tell me?
Faut le faire chanter. Je sais pas. Je verrai. Où est Sarah? Où est Sarah? Où est Sarah? Quelle preuve? Quoi? Je comprends rien.
What do I say?
Oui.
Hope James actually has this evidence. Don't think Damon will tell me where Sarah is. Unless I send him a picture. Sarah sent all these letters. And James never gave them to Rachel? That's so messed up.
Maman Rachel, je m'appelle Sarah, je suis ta mère biologique. La première chose que tu dois savoir à mon sujet est que t'abandonner a été la pire erreur de ma vie. Je luttais contre quelque chose à cette époque. Et j'ai continué à me battre depuis. Ce combat m'a tout enlevé, mais surtout, il t'a enlevé à moi. Mais je m'en suis sortie et je sais qu'à présent, je suis capable de faire partie de ta vie. Je sais que je ne le mérite pas, mais j'aimerais tellement essayer si tu le veux bien. Prends tout le temps qu'il te faudra, et si tu veux me répondre ou me poser des questions, sache qu'avoir de tes nouvelles me ferait un plaisir immense. Je t'aime très fort et j'espère que l'on pourra bientôt se rencontrer. Je t'embrasse. Ma très chère Rachel, j'espère que ça ne te dérange pas que je t'écrive encore. Je n'ai pas encore eu de réponse et ce n'est pas un problème, sincèrement. C'est seulement que j'ai l'impression d'avoir tant de choses à rattraper. Tu comprends? Je ne me souviens pas de grand-chose. C'est un symptôme des choix que j'ai faits. J'ai tant perdu, sauf toi. Je me souviens de tout ce qui te concerne. Le pli de ton nez, la profondeur de ton regard, ton sourire complice qui donnait l'impression que tu savais déjà tout sur tout. Je peux voir tout ça dans ma tête quand je le veux. Aussi clairement que le soleil dans un ciel d'été. J'avais tellement peur. Peur d'être une mère atroce, peur de te foutre en l'air comme j'ai foutu en l'air une grande partie de ma vie. Mais je sais maintenant que j'avais tort d'avoir peur, ne pas savoir quel genre de mère j'aurais fait, et bien pire que d'être une mauvaise mère. Je suis désolée. Si tu peux trouver le courage de me pardonner, on pourrait peut-être repartir à zéro. C'est mon plus grand souhait, je t'embrasse. Sarah. Ma belle Rachel, j'ai lu quelque part dans un biscuit chinois peut-être qu'on ne pouvait jamais marcher 2 fois dans la même rivière. Car une fois qu'elle coule, ce n'est plus vraiment la même rivière. C'est quelque chose de nouveau. Tu penses que c'est vrai? J'essaie de t'imaginer lisant ces lettres. Je me demande comment tu réagis. L'image que tu te fais de moi, cette mère mystère. Je ne t'en veux pas de ne pas me répondre. Tu m'écriras quand tu seras prête. J'imagine que ton père se méfie encore de tout ça. Ce n'est pas grave. James te protège et c'est ce que je ferai à sa place. Et c'est aussi quelqu'un de bon, plein de compassion. C'était le problème d'ailleurs. Je n'étais pas faite pour lui ni pour la vie qu'il voulait te donner. Je le savais déjà à l'époque, même si lui l'ignorait. Je sais que nous n'aurons jamais la relation que nous aurions dû avoir, mais j'espère que nous pourrons avoir quelque chose de nouveau ensemble. Je l'espère tant. Je t'embrasse, Sarah.
The Sarah in this letter doesn't seem anything at all like the person James told us about last night.
James, je comprends ta réticence à me laisser parler avec Rachel, mais ne crois-tu pas que cette décision lui appartient? Tout ce que j'ai fait cette année, je l'ai fait pour te prouver que je suis prête à faire partie de la vie de Rachel. Je me suis désintoxiquée, je suis guérie. Et j'ai plus besoin d'argent ni d'aide. Je sais que je peux avoir une influence positive sur sa vie. Je viens à Arcadia Bay dans l'espoir que nous pourrons au moins nous rencontrer pour en discuter. Que tu puisses voir à quel point j'ai changé. Si tu éprouves encore ne serait-ce qu'un tout petit peu de sentiment pour moi, tu me donneras une chance de faire mes preuves à tes yeux et, je l'espère, à ceux de Rachel aussi. Tu as été l'amour de ma vie, je t'en prie, ne m'enlève pas ça. C'est rare. Mise en demeure, cher monsieur Amber, je représente Sarah, mère légitime de Rachel Amber et requérant la garde partielle de Rachel Amber, sa fille légitime. Veuillez noter que la législation de l'État de l'Oregon enjoint les gardiens actuels de mineurs de répondre en toute bonne foi à toute requête légitime émanant de parents souhaitant reprendre contact avec leurs enfants. Au nom de ma cliente, je vous mets en demeure par la présente de cesser toute entrave illégale à la prise de contact entre Sarah et Rachel. Vous êtes à présent officiellement averti que continuer sur cette voie entraînera le dépôt d'une plainte en vertu du statut 42.4b du droit de la famille de l'État de l'Oregon. Service à la famille du comté de Tillamook. Cette lettre constitue le dernier avis relatif à cette affaire. Sincères salutations, Kevin, G. Shapiro, SARL, avocat.
So, this looks like Sarah stopped cashing the checks James sent her. Guess he forgot to mention that during his story last night.
On m'appelle? Non. Non. Alors. Ah oui, il lui a envoyé 3000 $. Ok. Donc en fait, elle est pas si elle est pas si à l'ouest que ça, cette dame. En fait.
Arcadia Bay's least wanted. This must be what Damon was talking about. Shit.
Gants, couteau.
Which of these is Damon talking about? I could just dig away. Did Damon really shoot someone? Guess I shouldn't be surprised.
Numéro de dossier 3888. Le 12 avril 2010. La victime Ellie Forbin. Les preuves ont été collectées par l'agent Ernie Yates. Description de la preuve douille de 22 mm. Lieu de découverte. Tumulus. Lumber. Hein? Je devrais... Mais...
If TV has taught me anything, these babies will be swimming in DNA.
Numéro de dossier. Toujours le même numéro de dossier. Lily Forbin.
Could this be the evidence? Damon and knives seem like a solid
Couteau.
bet.
Plutôt ça, je dirais non.
If I can figure out how. How do I destroy a glove?
Agression. Agression à main armée. À la suite d'une altercation verbale avec la victime, Merrick a brandi un tisonnier et frappé la victime à plusieurs reprises au niveau de la tête avant de quitter les lieux. Les gants de Merrick ont été retrouvés sur place et admis en tant que preuve. Un appel d'urgence a été enregistré à 22h21 et un agent est arrivé sur les lieux à 22h38 accompagné du SAMU. La victime a été emmenée à l'hôpital. Un passant qui a demandé à rester anonyme a identifié Damon Merrick comme étant l'assaillant. Ah. Et vraiment, faut que je fasse ça, que je détruise la preuve. Bon. Heureux, Kiwi.
Oof. Better not touch that again. Damn. I hope James has something here to tell me who Damon's informant is.
Dang.
So I need to... find which of Damon's guys has been snitching. I should search around the office to see if there's any info to help me out. Arcadia Bay's least wanted. Okay. If I'm going to accuse one of these guys, I'd better be sure I'm right.
Avec les preuves, je peux
Hope
pas...
James doesn't really get Damon off the hook. That dude's gotta
Ah
pay.
non. Je suis obligée de faire que avec l'enquête alors. 22h15. « 22h21 et arrivé 22h38.
Guess this explains why Mr. Amber knows so much about Frank. Could this douchebag be the snitch Damon's talking about? This guy let me into the mill. Cool dude. I totally knew this guy was a criminal when I stole from him.
Mais je me base sur quoi en fait? Ah.
I agree to aid the courts on future cases. That could be seen as a little snitchy.
Tribunal de l'État de l'Oregon, État de l'Oregon, Plignon, Gérald Scott. Défendeur plaide comme suit, chef d'accusation, vente illégale de biens volés. Coupable. Et du coup, c'est quoi? C'est le vendeur?
I agree to aid the courts on future cases. That could be seen as a little snitchy.
C'est le vendeur alors, si je comprends bien.
I totally knew this guy was a criminal when I stole from him.
Ouais, c'est ça.
Payment? Fuck. Here's hoping James already has Damon's money. But where would it be? I wonder if this has anything to do with Damon's stash.
Bien sûr. Oh là là.
Ouh là
Holy
là.
shit.
Ma tunasse.
Fuck, that's Sarah. And she's at the mill. What is he doing to her?
Quel paquet? Le paquet de fric?
Shit. Does James even know what he's doing? Okay, I still have time. Damon's waiting for his money, right? He wouldn't do anything to her.
Elle est tranquille. Hein?
Fuck. I need to get there fast.
Chloe?
Elliot?
Hey.
Elliot, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here? This is Rachel's house, right?
Did he really just follow me here?
I can't really talk about it. Rachel needs my help.
I'm sure she does. I'm more concerned about you.
I'm fine. You're the one acting crazy. You shouldn't be here.
Chloe, what is...
Elliot, put that down. You have no idea what you're dealing with.
And you do? Chloe, God, what have you gotten yourself into?
You wouldn't understand.
Mais qu'est-ce que tu m'emmerdes là?
What the hell are you doing?
C'est pas tes affaires.
Honestly, Elliot, you can judge me all you want, but it's pretty fucked up that you're here right now, and I don't have time for this.
When?
What?
When will you have time? For me. You have all the time in the world for Rachel. I'm so sick of you not seeing who Rachel really is. When will you realize what she's doing to you?
Elliot, just take a step back.
No. You need to listen to me. What has your relationship with her gotten you?
You don't know what you're talking about.
First night you hang out, what happens? You end up in a fight.
I can see why you'd think that, but it wasn't her fault.
It's never her fault. That's the point.
Stop
Mais
suggesting that she's somehow bad.
The next day she convinces you to skip school. Magically, she barely gets in trouble. And you get expelled.
I took the fall because I wanted to. Rachel tried to protect me.
Yet somehow, it all worked out for her in the end, as usual.
You don't understand. You weren't there.
Was she protecting you when she made you take part in a play you didn't want to be in?
Seriously, man. You need to shut the fuck up before...
I've been quiet long enough. Look, Rachel is an amazing actress. And I don't mean on stage. She's fake. You're real. And I hate to see her manipulate you like this.
Elliot, I promise. No one is manipulating me.
No? Just look where you are now. A high school dropout. Hanging out with criminals and breaking into houses. It's crazy. It just as easily could have been you in that hospital today. If that ever happened...
Dude, you know you sound a little stalkerish right now?
Stalking is defined as repeated unwanted interactions. How long have my interactions been unwanted?
Elliot.
I'm the one who cares about you, Chloe. Me, not Rachel. It's time you saw the truth.
What does that mean?
It means you're going to stop thinking about Rachel and pay attention to me now. For once.
Non.
Non. Elliot, please. I know you're upset, but...
I'm not upset! I'm trying to help you.
Elliot's gone full-blown crazy. I need to get the police to come without tipping him off.
Who was there for you? When Max left? When your dad died? No one else gave a shit about you except for me. We have a lot to talk about. And I don't care how long it takes. We're not leaving until you see that I'm right.
Ah.
All right, Elliot. You want to talk so bad? Let's talk.
What's really going on here? You can tell me.
You mean here? Specifically? Like, the Amber House?
I'm talking about your situation. Rachel is dangerous. You need to realize that.
You're the one who's keeping me here. At the Arcadia Bay DA James Amber's house.
You're acting strange. What's going on?
Oh, il va capter.
Nothing.
What are you?
J'ai merdé.
No. Ugh, you bitch! Can't you see I just want to help you?
You're
going to assault me now? That's how far you'll go to protect Rachel? This is what I'm talking about.
No! You idiot!
What the fuck?
Better run, dickbag. Cops will be here any minute.
Ooh la la.
Oh là là.
So much destruction. All because Rachel got angry at her dad, who's been lying to her all her life, and he's still lying.
Hey, being a dad's tough.
That doesn't justify what he's done.
I'm just saying, I'd probably do anything to keep you safe.
Hey, Dad?
Yeah?
Did you ever lie to me? I don't mean telling me that ashtray I made for Mom wasn't a piece of crap. I mean, like, really lied about something that might hurt me to know.
What do you think?
I think you didn't. You didn't have to. You didn't, right?
Would you love me less?
course not.
You sound pretty sure, sweetheart. You were pretty sure Mom would never fall in love with someone like David, too. Are you really ready to hear the answer to your question?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Problem is, I'm dead. So how am I supposed to tell you anything?
Ah, le goujat!
Bah yes.
I guess it's better this way, not knowing.
Then I'll always be the perfect dad?
How many people get to say that?
Délicieuse.
No word. My ride, my tunes. Am I seriously going in to face Damon Merrick? All for Rachel?
Vas-y,
Am I crazy?
Hella
Toute
crazy.
seule en plus.
I'm glad you're here, Dad.
You don't want me to go?
No. I like the company. Besides, you don't want to miss this. Things are about to get real.
Ouh là là. Que va-t-il se passer ici? J'en ai aucun souvenir.
Shit. Is that blood?
Bah yes.
Frank? Frank! Shit, this is bad. I'll get you help, Frank. But first, I've gotta help
Ah mais Franck
Rachel's mom.
il a été blessé alors du coup.
Where the hell is Sarah? Glad to see the bone made it. No more beer, no more time.
Prends le couteau. C'est mieux. C'est mieux. Téléphone. Ah.
Everything's going to be just fine. Just a little longer, and all your troubles are going by.
Bye-bye.
What the fuck?
I just want to meet my daughter. Can't you understand? Why does he...
Daughter? Jesus. So that's what he's worried about. Can't let the public know. The mother of his daughter is some junkie.
I just want to see her. You don't have to...
Shut up. James Amber wants you out of the picture. So that's what's going to happen.
This is so messed up.
Oh non, il va la droguer.
After all, no one believes a junkie.
No.
Mais putain.
He said you've been sober a year. Respect. It's hard to kick this shit.
Faut que je fasse quelque chose maintenant.
You can do this. Damon.
What the hell are you doing here?
I've got your money right here. The money James owes you.
How the fuck do you...
Run!
No one has to know. Just let her go, and I won't say...
Oh.
No!
Talking's over.
Leave her alone!
Shut up. What the fuck? You boosted the DA's shit? Got my money? Burned the evidence? All that?
I'm just trying to help.
Bah yes.
I said shut the fuck up.
Papipou. Non.
No.
Go to your fucking happy place.
Ah, le goujat!
Let this be a lesson, kid. Make good life choices, or you'll end up like her. Now, what do I do with...
Damon! What did you do?
I fucked you up good, didn't I? Guess you really don't know when to quit. Glad to see you back on your feet.
Chloe.
Frank.
You don't really want to do this again, do you? Okay. Then I don't want to do this again. Come on, man.
Mais
Fuck
putain. C'est la merde.
Rachel. Your daughter. She...
La petite PLS.
Sarah?
Bah yes.
Chloe Price. You know who I am? I saw you in the play. You were funny. Thanks. Sit. Sarah, are you okay? We need to talk about what happened. I am so sorry for... Rachel can never know.
What exactly can't Rachel know?
What James did.
Bisous Kiwi et bonne app. Et merci encore pour le raid.
He's a piece of shit. And I promise that
Rachel can never know.
T'es trop pipou.
Tell me why. Doesn't she deserve to know what her father did?
No.
Rachel deserves a loving father. A father who cares for her.
James is a liar.
James is a desperate man who loves his daughter. And she loves him. Tell her what happened here, and you'll take that away from her. Forever.
And just what is James protecting her from? You? She wants to meet you, Sarah.
No, she doesn't. She wants to meet her mother. I can never be that for her.
Why are you saying all this?
Because James is right. He's taken something from me that I might not ever get back. But he's right. I'm broken.
No, you're not. You're stronger than you realize.
You don't know anything about me.
Je me demande si c'est pas le dernier chapitre en fait, finalement.
I know loss.
Je pensais qu'il y avait 5 chapitres comme dans chaque Life is Strange, mais je vois pas ce qu'il pourrait y avoir de plus là en fait. J'ai l'impression que le choix final c'est de protéger Rachel de tout ça en fait. Ou de lui laisser découvrir et de lui dire la vérité. On va lui dire j'ai perdu mon père.
I lost my father 2 years ago.
How?
Car accident. He was picking up my mother from the grocery store, and a truck ran a red light, and that was it.
I'm sorry. You don't know what this is to me. Every pain, every fear, gone. No more sadness, no more grief. Why would anyone not want to feel that way? Ever.
I don't know anything about addiction, but I know what it's like to be needed by someone. It gives you strength you never knew you had. Rachel needs you.
Rachel needs her family.
I recognize I might not know what the fuck I'm talking about here, but I wish you could know how amazing Rachel is.
I know.
She's fearless. She's brilliant and talented. And she feels so much. She's so strong.
She's had a good life. Raised in a loving home, given opportunities I could never give her.
At least talk to her. She's felt like something's been missing her whole life. She told me so. That something was you.
She didn't miss anything. She has a perfect family.
Pas si parfaite que ça. Hein.
Even without all this shit, the Ambers are far from perfect. James is an elitist asshole, and Rose lets him walk all over her.
Maybe. What Rachel needs, though, is not to have her father taken away from her.
He doesn't
deserve...
It's
not about James. It's not about me, and it's not about you. It's about Rachel. Tell her what James did, and you'll be killing him for her. You understand that, don't you? You lost your father. Do you really want to put Rachel through that?
Je peux pas lui mentir.
I can't lie to Rachel. I won't do it. She trusts me. And I don't want to ruin that.
If you love her, you'll lie to her. Nothing can change the mistakes I made.
Ah, c'est horrible ce choix. Pourquoi j'en ai aucun souvenir?
Not really.
Trop bizarre.
But there's one thing I can still do for her. The only thing I can do. Let me give her the father she deserves. The one who raised her, protected her. The one who loves her more than anything. You can do whatever you want, Chloe. You have the power. What you have to decide is whether you're going to protect Rachel or cause her even more hurt. So please, tell her I was never here. Let her have what peace she can.
No.
Without me.
Wait. I'll take care of her, you know.
I believe you. Goodbye, Chloe.
Ah, je sais pas quoi faire. Dans tous les cas, elle va péter un plomb. Parce qu'on connaît la suite. Dans tous les cas, elle va nous en vouloir.
Hello?
Hi, Chloe. Rachel's just fallen asleep.
I know she'll be thrilled to see you when she wakes up. Maybe come back a little later?
Hey.
Go back to sleep, kiddo. You need your rest.
Can I talk to Chloe? Alone? For a minute?
Okay, sweetie. We'll be right outside.
Je sais pas quoi.
How are you feeling? Like I got stabbed? Doc says there'll be a sick scar. Maybe a tattoo is in order. Fuck yeah. We never actually escaped, did we? We've got time. All the time in the world. So, how did everything go? Rachel, I've got to tell you something.
Je veux pas choisir. Si je suis full roleplay, je suis donc très amoureuse d'elle. Et je pense que je protégerai Rachel de la vérité. Même si je sais qu'elle m'en voudrait grave. Après elle, son vœu c'était de la rencontrer, sa mère. Puis on sera là si elle a du mal à passer ce... je ne sais pas. Après, elle m'a assez convaincue, sa maman. Le discours était assez convaincant. Et à la fin, elle a dit, bah si tu l'aimes, tu lui mentiras. Et moi, c'est ça que je retiens. Je vais juste... Je veux juste la protéger parce que je l'aime. Voilà.
What's wrong?
I failed you. I couldn't find her. I'm so sorry.
Funny. You seemed so confident. I really thought you'd find her.
Yeah. Me too.
Maybe we can try tomorrow. Maybe she hasn't left town yet.
Of course. I know wherever she is, she loves you very much.
How do you know that?
Because why should she be any different from the rest of us?